Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So today we're doing a 3,000 point battle with the Imperial Guard, playing against the Orks. So we're kind of making our way through all the different factions. So next up will be the Tau. This is our last fight against the Orks today. So we have two tank commanders to start off with. I think both just have the basic gear. Nope, we've actually got plasma guns on one of them. That's right. It's been a while since I played these guys. So we've also got one Casterkin with the upgraded volley guns. So these do have a really good ability here in the overcharged salvo. We've got two of the Rogaldorn battle tanks. I think this is slightly different. So main cannon, this one has the Gatling, bolter, and of course the stubber is automatic. Over here, instead of the Gatling, we have the pulverizer cannon, kind of a short-range, splashy, good anti-infantry weapon, basically. But, you know, it's got decent armor piercing as well. We can hit whatever we want. We've got one Basilisk. We're running with four different Lehman Russes. I think they all kind of have different setups. So this one is the Punisher. So Punisher Gatling cannon on it. Flamer, which is kind of the standard. And then the las cannon. We've got one that is running with the regular Lehman Russ battle cannon, heavy bolter, the las cannons. This one is running with the Demolisher Battle Cannon, again, kind of an anti-infantry. It's got good splash damage, but, you know, it's got good armor piercing as well. And that's running the Multi-Belta, so this is a very close-range tank. So close-range gun, close-range multi-melta for heavier armed targets, and then the las cannon, of course. And then we've got one with a long-range Vanquisher Battle Cannon, so this is definitely kind of the sniper version. We've also got plasma guns in case we need it up close, as well as the las cannon. We have one Armored Sentinel running with the plasma guns. We have one Cadian Shock Troop, basically just kind of fill out points. They do have the bayonets because why not for the points? And then we've got one Chimera with the basic Flamer. So we're going to take this army out against 3,000 points of Orks. I do have a variety of different Ork armies we could take on at 3,000 points. I feel like my best one is probably going to be the Alda Boys. Clanking Death has its merits because it's running with three of the Death Dreads. But we've got good forces for destroying big, heavily armored targets, so I'm not sure if that's really the way we want to go. I think a harder enemy is actually going to be Alda Boys. So this is a really good army. There's only one War Boss as opposed to the other one, but there's two Weird Boys, two Mechs, two Pain Boys. So if you're controlling the army, you can definitely split them up into two different forces and move them around. 3 units of Knobs and Mega Armor, very effective up close. 1 unit of Knobs, these guys do have the Power Claws, so they're dangerous if they can survive to get up close. There are 2 Death Dreads. We're running with 2 Flash Gits, who are quite dangerous. And then there's 3 of the Ludas. I think they all have the upgrade to the las cannon, the beamy def guns. No, one of them is still running the basic shooty def guns. It is a little bit too expensive to upgrade for the points, but I feel like it's a decent force. I've played this army. It's a lot of fun. We've got 3 units of boys for cannon fodder, and we've got 5 units of Gretchen for even more cannon fodder, just to kind of cause problems. So this is the force we're going to take on. We're going to fight to the death as per usual in a skirmish. We'll go on to the place of challenge map, I think, just a nice big map. So we'll set that up. As I said, we're fighting to the death. We're going to go from the standard side. We're not going to change sides or anything. It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, play as normal. We can switch it to the opposite side, which means the enemies would go first as well. But yeah, not a huge deal. Exterminatus. All right. There's our army. For Orks, we want all the boys. Yes. Actually, looks like some of the points have changed because I've got points free in this army too, the shooty boys. So, been a little while since I've looked at that one, so I might have to make some changes. I think they've reduced some point values for the Orks. We're going to jump in. We're going to fight to the death. Very cool. We've got some new art popping in the game here. Probably related to the campaign the Sisters of Battle had would be my guess, is why that's there. Which I still haven't picked up or played, just because I'm not that interested in the Sisters of Battle, honestly. Just kind of a whatever faction to me. Personal preference, I guess. I did think they were decent in Gladius. The adaptation of the Sisters in Gladius was okay. But that's probably the only time I've thought they were okay. All right, so we do have a nice big core. So something we do want to be aware of. Where are my commanders? They're both over here. We can't look at my abilities. So the commanders do have some abilities we're going to want to use in relation to our armored units. We do have to be fairly close to do that. So this map, we've got kind of a big open area once we get up. So I think we just throw like armored might in their general direction and just see what happens. I think that's what we're going to do. As far as the infantry and stuff, I'm not sure what we're going to do with you. I think we'll just throw you in a transport. I think we'll throw the Kasserkin in the transport and we'll see what happens from there. Because they can be pretty effective. Artillery we want fairly central. So let's do something like this. So if we want to advance out, we can kind of advance out in a big chunk here. So we do have some tanks that are much more close range than others. So like the Punisher Gatling Cannon, the Demolisher Cannon here, these guys are definitely want to be up close. Whereas the regular cannon's fine, Vanquisher wants to stay at range. These have just the basic guns on the tank commanders for the main cannons, but we do have the plasma cannons on one. So let's put our close-up guns. So Gatling Cannon, Demolisher. You're fine there as a scout, I think. We can kind of check that side a little bit. I'll throw some infantry, although I'll probably have the infantry hang out with the artillery in the back, would be what I'm thinking. For now, you can go there. We'll just follow up behind the tanks once they go. We'll put a commander over here. And I think what I'm going to do, we'll have another force advance with kind of the longer range guys up to here, where we can see down this way, but also out that way potentially. And we'll put a commander over there as well. But we'll kind of have the line full all the way. Actually, I'm not sure if it actually is going to trigger my ability from where we're deployed as far as what's connected to officers or not. So let's take a look and see. So we jump in. Anyway, so this is our tank commander.
Whose day are we ruining today?
You're a regular one. Do you have anything? Yeah, extra crit chance, graze chance. Yeah. All right, so tank commander.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Tank commander. So we get the crit chance, we get the graze chance, and that's per momentum, which is pretty well. We've got a battle line if we're connected, and it looks like it's anything. It doesn't have to be infantry only or anything. Like some of the officers that are infantry do have to be infantry only as far as what their effects do. Range stability, extra damage, very nice. Of course, we blow up extra. As far as abilities, what do we have? Double shots, less accuracy. Very, very, very good. It does have a long cooldown, but it can be really, really effective if we have a good shot at something. And we can get increased graze chance when attacked. It does just last for, I think, one turn. But, you know, it could help us a little bit if we are in a bad situation. Try to roar in and do that. So this is a range of about 2. Yeah, so we do want to kind of stay close. All right, so first things first. Let's do a little scouting. We're unlikely to spot anything here, but we just want to rush up. And we can kind of look now at the map overhead. Yeah, just keep an eye out that way a little bit. We're going to roar up kind of into this area. I'm not sure how far we can make it, but we'll see. We are kind of slow as far as armored units go. Kasserkin, let's load up.
Experience, action.
Kasserkin, let's load up. There we go.
With precision.
And since we do have some light here, let's go down and take a look. If we get down on the ground, we have kind of a nice rear light coming in on our armored formation before we start moving, although the Basilisk does stand out, looking a little funny there. Definitely some cool looking tanks. Yeah, so there's the Gatling cannon, so they are modeled differently. The Punisher cannon. This one has the big Demolisher gun in the center, whereas this one has the Punisher Gatling as well. And there's even a difference between the bolters on the side and the plasma guns on the side, you can see here. Very nice. All right. Well, let's go looking around. Actually, let's move the tanks first. I want to see how far up we can get with the tanks. Not very far. We're not going to see anything at this point. So we're just going to move ahead. I'm going to move you out.
Rogel Dawn crew ready.
Let's get you in there. Tank commander, fill in the gap.
Specialist crew at your command.
Artillery. We could just kind of hold in behind this position. I think it'd be fine. So we'll
Improving
follow up.
firing line.
And we'll have the infantry just kind of hang out with the artillery. Not that I expect anything to come jumping my way or anything. We'll just overwatch because...
First line, wait!
Alright. So, this other force we could go a little wider and kind of come in, but we'll probably end up being about the same. So we have the Vanquisher. So this is our long-range sniper. Let's go there. Follow up with you guys. Let's head over here into the cover. And I'll keep the Chimera in the formation for now, because I'm not really sure what I want to do with these Casterkin and the Chimera. So for now, we'll just kind of do a general overwatch, not that I'm too concerned about it.
Understood.
We pretty much pushed everything we had to just advance. Yeah, nobody's got any actions left, so we'll just keep an eye out. We can't see that far, so it is kind of nice to have some spotting units, so I may end up pulling my Sentinel over here, so we have a bit more vision further out for the tanks to shoot at range. If we can keep them safe behind a pillar or something, maybe we'll do that. We are kind of slow, we'll probably just make it to the pillars on the next turn, but we'll see what happens.
Enemies fortifying nearby. New targets just showed up.
Now this Ork army does have a decent amount of ranged Ork units that are infantry that can do a lot of damage to me. So the Flash Gits, the Ludus with the las cannons, the Def Dreads are more dangerous if they get up close to me and try to just chop me up in pieces. Same thing with the Knobs and Mega Armor. If they can get close, it's going to cause some problems. So yeah, we definitely should have our abilities active now. So like these guys, we've got one stack of the Momentum, extra damage, range stability, all that kind of good stuff from being next to our tank commander. All right. The big tanks, how far can we get? Not super far. Let's roll on up. So this one's got the Gatling gun. Probably do want to overwatch. Alright, let's pull you over. Yeah, just grab this pillar. And let's see what we can see from up close. Get a bit more vision at range. I think a spotting range even from here. Well, that looks like it's about the same as the tank.
Search and destroy.
I don't really want to go walking out there, so we're not going to. We can shoot out to 8. We're only good to about there. Yeah, we'll go a little further.
Or be killed.
Punisher. Demolisher. Let's just rush the Demolisher up, because he's got the short-range gun and the multi-meltas on the sides. So we got to survive to get up close. We can burn stuff down with the multi-meltas pretty effectively.
Ready to win the war, sir.
Big guns over here. Move in, we'll stay on the open. I'm going to try to get a battle line formed. Yeah, we get the tank commander in, let's do that. And the Punisher with our Gatling gun flamer combo. I'd like you to be forward, but I also don't want you getting shot to pieces, but I think we'll be okay here in the line. Alright, we
Awaiting
have
your orders.
nothing for the artillery to shoot at the moment. Let's just see what we can do as far as moving everybody else up. So the basic one, we can take this and kind of shoot that way, potentially. Long-range gun, we'll take the side and kind of look in that direction for the moment. We might end up having to reposition down and over to shoot that direction. Chimera could scout for me. For now, we'll just grab the cover.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Tank commander. Yeah, we'll throw you there. We've got this ahead of us. So mainly our vision's going to be that way. That way. Straight ahead, not so much. Alright, so what are our optimal choices here as far as ranges? They're all going to be goofy. So 5, which is about there. We'll push it a little further because we've got 2 actions with you. You're going to be the same at 5. 5 out that direction's like that. We'll go about 6. You're going to be a bit short range. Oh no, this is the Vanquisher. I was thinking it was the Punisher for some reason. So your 7 is optimal. That's actually further than I can see, but we'll go ahead and set it up.
Keeping watch.
We're just going to set up a whole bunch of long-range overwatches. I mean, we could advance up a bit closer. But ideally, once they're in range, we just don't move and we just shell stuff without moving at all. So I think I am going to hold up here. If we overwatch with him, it's just the bolter, so it's not like a big deal.
Ready to contest this zone.
We could use our cannon fodder guys here as scouts if we wanted to as well, but I feel like that's a way to just get them killed. Alright, so over here we've got a variety of ranges. Your optimal's only 2, but we can go 5. We'll go like 3-ish. Your main gun is a 6. So just at the very edge of what I can see. You're quite short as well. Optimal's only 3. Oh, we can't overwatch with you as well. We moved you up, rushed into that position. We'll push a little further with the commander because we've got 2 actions. We only overwatch with our main gun. We don't overwatch with all of a variety of guns that we have, so we'll use them on our own turns. But if we do the double shots, it does affect every single gun. So if we do like double shots on these guys, it's twice with this, twice with this, twice with this. So if we want to actually do a bunch of shooting in a turn at a variety of targets, that's what we want to do. Or we can go for long-range sniping and take 2 shots at the minus 10% to hit with each one. Which isn't a huge debuff, the minus 10%. If you've got a good shot anyway, it's not a big deal.
Fortifying nearby.
But if you're like 70% down to 60, like, I don't know.
Enemies fortifying nearby.
Statistically, your odds are probably better to take the 2 shots at 60 than 1 at 70.
More to balance the odds.
Just doesn't feel like it. Too much XCOM experience
Got your
filtered
armor
into your
right here,
brain.
sir.
Alright, we have no vision, which has me a little concerned. Nothing's rushed out ahead. I mean, we can go scouting here, but I feel like it's a bit iffy.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
My tanks are kind of blocking my path here. Let's start with you. We can move up out to the side a bit, just to see what we see. Okay, there's a Def Dread hanging out. If I move up, it's not really going to change anything. And from here, I at least have some protection from ahead of me. So we're only going to get shot from an angle here, so I think that's fine. We'll just sit tight. We can actually shoot. It's not bad. Pain Boy must be nearby because he's got the health buff. So, what do we want to do? I mean, we could definitely swing you around. I mean, from here, this would be an ideal range 7 for you to hit.
Rolling out.
So let's plan on doing that. Nope, we got the War Boss acting like a complete maniac, rushing out in front here. That's a really terrible idea, especially against this much firepower. That's just an insanely bad idea. Alright, Tank Commander, do we want to go double shots? Maybe? What's your shot on the Def Dread? 76%. Yeah, I mean, we could take
Got
2.
your armor right here, sir. Gunners, I need you firing now.
So everything does fire twice. So let's fire the main guns. Now it's 66%. Let's send it. 2 hits. Nice. Huge amount of damage. Bit further range on the las cannons. We could go for shots here. This will probably take you out.
Cannon.
Explosion. Didn't see any damage anywhere. Oh, somebody took some damage there. Definitely some infantry around. So we just one-shotted before they could do anything. That's pretty nasty. We still have the plasma guns, and we do have a target. Accuracy's really bad, though. So I don't know that there's really a point to do this, because we have to wait then for it to cool down a couple turns. Yeah, I'm not going to shoot there, I don't think, unless I absolutely have to.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
Let's just move on up with the basic. It's a really weird route to take there, buddy. Okay, we've got the War Boss, we've also got a Weird Boy. Better chance on the Weird Boy, oddly enough. We want to kill the War Boss. These guys might have better shots on the War Boss, though, being straight on. Just out of curiosity. Our big guns. Yeah, right now 70%. We move up, we've actually got better shots. So, yeah, we could definitely wreck the War Boss's day over here with the big tanks. So,
Whose day are we ruining today,
we can just
sir?
take a shot over here at the Weird Boy, probably. I wish I could see the Pain Boys that are giving the extra health, though.
Rogel Dawn crew ready.
Alright, let's move up. The question is just whether I want to give the extra shots to this guy or not. We can still roll forward, and we could probably gun down lots of stuff. So I'm going to say... Sure. Let's give him
Gunners,
double
I
shots.
need you firing now.
So from here, we're at optimal range. Big gun, couple shots. Right? 6. Yeah. Send it.
Firing.
Oh, missed with the second. That's unfortunate. So bolters are 4, 3, 2. So from here it's a 4. Now we have some additional targets we can see as well. Weird Boy, Pain Boy. So from here we're at 4. We can absolutely just shoot this guy to pieces with bolter fire. Like we could potentially almost kill him if we land all our shots. Sure.
Is that all you've got?
Of course, we're not going to land all of our shots, but, you know, that's about half his health. So this one is a 2. This is a 3. This isn't going to do a whole lot to him because he is pretty armored.
Wherever you need us.
Let's move up like crazy. Now we've got all kinds of stuff. Mech, some boys, mech, Pain Boy. Oh, the boys over here took a bunch of damage. Not seeing any of the ranged, so like the Death Dreads or the Flash Kits and the Ludas. So that has me a bit concerned. Gatling Cannon should absolutely wreck your day, even though its accuracy is not really great here.
What a pathetic little shooter. Is that all you've got? Is that all you've got?
Accuracy was a bit low there. 6 health left. I wonder if we could just kill him with the stubber. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance we don't do any damage. We can do damage to the Weird Boy, though, if we take him out. So I think we'll wait and have somebody else finish him off. Who wants to do that? I mean... we have other guns. We could go with, like, the las cannon or the bolter. Bolter from here, yeah, that should do it. Just pop you off. Alright, so now that he's out of the way... 37, 56, it's pretty bad. I'd like to kill the Pain Boy. We get rid of that extra health for one around. Let's start, even though the accuracy's really bad.
Closer. Got a treatment for you.
He's got the mech as well, helping him out, so a lot of those shots just not doing much. So we do have the plasma guns. What's our chances? 38, 24. I mean, 38's not awful. If we could kill the Pain Boy first, that would help.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
So, las cannons. Go for the
On the
Pain Boy.
way.
Not a kill. Big gun. See if we can land it.
The pain
Hey,
is
look
in
at
your mind.
Alright,
Quite a lot of it,
less health for
actually.
everyone around. Plasma guns. Weird Boy's not as big of a threat, honestly, so I think I'm going to hold off on firing that off. We
Got
still
your
have other
armor
guns
right
we can
here,
use. Let's move up. We've got our main cannon. Honestly, I feel like the mechs are a bigger threat than the Weird Boys are. They can blind us, headbang us and stuff, so
Firing!
Boy,
we've got him
stop
nice
it.
and softened up. Las cannons.
They shooting at me.
We could finish you with the bolter. But if you're short range, other tanks we'll use instead.
Contour!
I'm going to keep
Got
the
a battle
bolter
to
because we're
win.
probably going to have quite a few things running towards our position that are not going to be very nice. I haven't even used my artillery, which is something else I should probably do before we really advance up.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
Punisher, you could definitely get up there and cause some havoc. My other tank commander here. We could
Got
give
your
an
armor
ability.
Right here, sir.
Are we in range? No, I'd have to move, but we could potentially get some extra graze chance on the Punisher and then
Whose
rush him
day are we
forward.
ruining
I mean,
today,
still be
sir?
kind of in the same position. He's just not as tough as like the Ruggledorn is.
Got your
So
armor right here, sir.
let's do that.
Unleashing hell!
So increased chance for grazes. Got our blitz ability as well if we wanted to, but eh. We're gonna move up. Everything we got is fairly short range. We've got flamers. We do have the las cannons though, which are nice. Gatling cannon. Feels like a bit of a waste, but
Firing cannon!
down you go. Las cannon on you maybe? 86%, it's not bad. Yep, send it.
Floor in the armor? Ah!
Start damaging those mechs before they get up close, doing something bad to us. Okay, Demolisher also wants to be pretty close.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Commander, I can't get you out to a great spot.
Armor,
I
rolling
need
out.
somebody to kind of connect these lines. Like, this is fine because they're connected to the commander, but I want these guys connected to the commander as well. So we might just have to go like here to connect it, or we could have the Ruggledorn do it. Let's go there, see what we can do. Probably not much. We do have the las cannons though, so we do have some ranged options. Main gun, we actually have an okay shot there, 62%. We've got good splash, so if we can hit other targets, we might want to do that. Yeah, the only thing I can hit is the Weird Boy, and I'm not really that enthused with that option. The Multi-Melta has pretty short range, but we could hit you. What's the cooldown on this? It's a 2. Las cannon, we could take a shot there. 82%. Yeah, let's do that. Hit the mech. Not as much as I was hoping, for sure. Since we have an okay shot with the main gun, let's fire it. Decent damage on the Weird Boy. I'm going to save the Multi-Melta for next turn.
Ready to win the war, sir.
Let's see. I would like to finish off the mech as a priority. So let's get in where we have a decent shot there. Got the big giant tanks out front, causing havoc. Go for the mech.
Shields and armor holding nicely.
Yeah, survived that. He's quite tough. The pulverizer cannon, though, you're out of range, I think. Yeah. Yeah, hit the Weird Boy. Heavy bolter. I think we can take you
Firing
out.
primary cannon.
Gotta fix this.
Okay, thought he wasn't dead for a second. We did drop him. We still have the stubber. Not that that's super important, but we might get lucky. So we take out the word boy.
Oh, that hurts.
Still has the force field there, but it wasn't enough to save him. I'm just firing too much at him. Okay, then I just don't have anything for you to do, really. Got all this started when we spotted the Death Dread over there. I think we're just going to stay put over here. Cover the side. Still haven't used my artillery. Actually, what are we looking at as far as range? 49%. How far away are we? So my optimal range with this is a 10. Which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About there. So we probably should move up. They're going to keep advancing, but we can fire some stuff their way. The boys aren't really that big of a threat, but if we could land a hit on them, then we'll get some accuracy bonuses next turn. That's not going to do anything. We could fire a few times, but our accuracy is pretty bad already. 53. Yeah, just do a regular shot because we moved. See if we get lucky. Hey, direct hit. Look at that. Very nice. We hit another tile over there, but didn't really do much. Hang out behind the basilisk, just kind of guard it. Not that I'm expecting any problems. And we have our sentinel still. I don't know, we don't have anything great as far as targets go. We do have the mech over there still. I'm going to run into the tank formation for now. And we'll just drop an overwatch out this way. I don't think we're going to have anything great as far as shots. Yeah. Optimally, it's only 4. We'll push it out a little further, just to cover the open area. And that's everybody. So yeah, on this initial contact, we just wrecked the War Boss, a Pain Boy, a Mech, a Death Dread, and another Weird Boy. Just slaughtered before they could even do anything, just trying to move in our general direction. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, that's unfortunate, buddy. You're having a bad day. Over here, the War Boss was definitely a bit overconfident. Him and his other friends all dead here. There is another Pain Boy out there somewhere, so we'll see where he pops up. There's a lot of ranged orcs still that could cause a lot of fire to come my way. We'll see what happens.
Reckon they need a couple more
So
to
quite a
balance
few
the
are
odds.
way off over on what's my right flank. Pick off a few. There's some Gretchen and Orc boys ahead of some Knobs and Mega Armor. Charging through the ruins of the Death Dread over there.
Reckon they need a couple more to balance the odds.
Yeah, the healers over there, all right. It's the Knobs with power claws. Definitely dangerous if they get close.
Try to get through this armor.
Mechs do have good armor piercing. There's the other Death Dread. Alright, it's a bit of a problem.
Is that right? Let him try to get through this armor.
If he's going to shoot, he should probably go for the Sentinel, because he could do more damage there. Here comes some of the main threats.
Let him try to get through this armor.
Good chunk of damage right there.
Try to get through this armor.
The Knobs are mainly dangerous if they can actually get close, attack me in close combat. They're just going to eat my tanks, basically. Probably want to prioritize hitting these heavy weapons. We might start with artillery here, fire multiple times, see what we can do. Big guns coming.
Try to get through this armor.
Yeah, we might lose our tank there. If he's got... there's another flash kit somewhere. Okay, desperate. Lighten him up with everything he's got. Yeah, should be another flash kit out there. How did we do? 88 health left. That's definitely pretty rough. Okay, artillery. These guys are kind of a priority. 65%. Now, we could get a more accurate shot, or we could go multiple shots. It's less likely to hit. There's nobody around, though. There's a big cluster here, but we're not going to do much if we hit the knobs of Mega Armor. It's just not going to do much damage. Let's try to do shots here. So we'll fire extra. It's a bit less accurate. It's one each. They do hit 2 tiles when they fire off here. So we hit 1 each, missed with the third shot. It's not awful. Okay. So, you're dangerous if you get close. You're super dangerous if you get close. The Death Dread's dangerous if it gets close. So we have a lot of options here of things that we need to kill. And you're about dead. Definitely a problem. We did use a lot of our secondary guns, which we could have held off on. I think we start with the close combat stuff, like the closer range guns, and just clear problems that are up close. That is probably what we need to do.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
So like you're going to be really good at like wrecking these guys' day. We're at optimal range right now. Let's send it. Demolisher.
Right through me armor!
I should have looked. We got the mech there. We should probably try to wipe the mech first, because he's going to be reducing damage to everything within a couple tiles. So he's going to be affecting the Death Dread as well, who we want to take out. So that is a bit of a problem. Got our Flamer as well. Yeah, let's be nuts here. I'm gonna go ahead, even though it's not super important here, we can burn these guys.
Die soon at us!
Like I said, they weren't the big threat. Let's roll over here. We're gonna light up the mech.
Firing cannon.
Shields and armor holding nicely. Gotta fix this.
Good chunk of damage. Commander's there. Demolisher's done everything. We do have the Melta. If we can clear these two out, I think we'll try to move in and Melta the Death Dread. I think that is the play. Yeah, I don't really want to use the big guns on the mech. But I could use you. You could probably take the mech out, right? Only if we overcharge. Alright, let's supercharge it.
Overcharging!
Shields and armor holding nicely.
Okay. Says that, but he's dead. Alright, and then we can just kind of back off. Keep running protection for the artillery back here. We still have this mess, but I think the tank commander, yeah, we're in a good spot to deal with that. Basic gun does have some splash damage on it. I'm a little close, so it's not a great shot. Let's go here. Still not going to be awesome, but it's much better. 80%.
We're under fire!
Didn't kill him off. Let's finish him.
Don't they know who we are?
We still have our las cannon. We still have the plasma cannon. We're at optimal for the las cannon, I think. Yeah, 5. Before I move other tanks in to kind of cause problems, let's start picking on the Death Dread.
Dread's taking a pounding.
Okay. This we want to be closer, so we'll move in for the plasma guns. Damage isn't great though. We could, I think this has splash, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got a good amount of splash. We could try to go for like these guys. 60%. We could definitely hurt the looters. Yeah, let's just hurt the looters.
Oi,
If we land our shots. So now we've got a bunch of the heavy weapons guys hurt, but not finished off yet. Melt-A-Gun wants to be at a 3. So let's roll on over. We're at 3. 80% chance.
Dread's taking a pounding.
Good chunk taken out, about half health left. A little concerned about whether I can finish you off. We've used a lot of forces over here. We still have the 2 big cannons on the Rogel Dorns. That might be what we have to use. Looks like I don't have a great shot. Okay, here I've got an okay shot, it looks like. So let's pull back, especially because he's pretty trashed. Clear hit. Only 80. It's a bit disappointing. I'm going to pull even further back with him because he's really wrecked.
Let them see what happens when they try to stop us.
Now, I do have the stubber. Come out to here. I've actually got good shots. What's the stubber optimal? Oh no, that's not the stubber. Look, for some reason I thought the stubber looks kind of similar. The stubber on the oppressor cannon. We just have the main gun, so never mind. All right, let's just back up. Get a good hit on you. Hopefully finish you off. Okay, so a lot of the big damage sucks are now gone from the Orc army. We're actually lucky we didn't lose that Rogel Dorn. So Demolisher, tank commander's back there. Let's pull back. We've already taken our shot.
Rogel Dawn crew ready.
A little concerned about these knobs in Mega Armor over here. Just there's so much damage they can dish out, it's just not even funny. For now, we'll pull up. I don't really like this position, but we'll see what we can do as far as other stuff. We still have some options and things we can do. We've got the tank commander. We can add the Gray's chance, and I might do that on him, but it also might be better just to shoot targets and do damage to these guys before they can fire. So my Vanquisher is kind of the long-range sniper, but we do have the plasma as well. Let's see if we can pick off a knob.
You're making us mad!
Okay, just instantly killed one. We still have the plasma guns if we move up.
Got your armor
Tank
right,
commander, we
sir.
can fire a few times with the big guns. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire shots back into here to wreck these guys' day, especially the flash kits. Send it.
Come here so we can smash your teeth out.
2 of you left, or we could maybe kill 3 looters. Hit the looters.
Nah, stop it. Crump 'em.
They're a bit less important, so with the bolter follow-up, I think we just hit the flash kits.
Firing!
Blood.
Okay, so that's a bunch less guns we have to worry about. We almost have a command point. These looters do have the las cannons over here. Not a fan of the knobs closing in on my position. Gonna back up. So if we can hurt something else, I'd like to hurt the Ludus here. Secondarily, we just do damage to the knobs. Either one of the knobs in Mega Armor here. And we can get a shot back there. Currently it's not great, but we're out of optimal range. So if we moved into optimal range, I can't move much afterwards, but we could fire a shot back there. Yeah, let's do it. 72%.
Oi, that hurts.
Okay, picked off 3 of them.
Rolling out.
Back up. Alright, we still have our plasma guns here on the Vanquisher. So I think we want to maybe tag the knobs. Gotta move up a few if I want to do that effectively. I think that's about as far as I want to go. What's my shot chance? 71%. 71%. These guys are a bit more scuffed up. So let's hit them.
Shouldn't have done that.
Missed our first shot, which really sucked. Gonna back off, because this main gun wants to be at long range, so we're just gonna stay back as far as we can. We might have... what they should do, all these knobs of Mega Armor should charge my line and engage me in close combat. Take some shots at long range first, soften up targets, and then just charge in to wreck them. Because if I want to move away, they're going to get hit in the process too. So that's ideally what the Orks should be doing at this point to ensure I lose at least a couple of these tanks. Are they going to do that? Probably not. Okay, so we can move up. We could also deploy, we could light up the knobs of Mega Armor, but it's not going to honestly do a huge amount of damage to them. They're just so tough. Even if I shoot them, drop the Kasserkin, shoot with them, move up and flame, I could do all of that. But the effect of it is probably not going to be that much, because if we shoot, we're looking at, yeah, not a huge amount of damage. 50-some damage to one of them with our multi-laser, and that's about it. So I don't think we want to do that yet. We could shoot them and kind of just stay away and soften them up first and then move in. Or if they try to rush into the tanks, we could then try to move in and deal with them. So I think for now, what we're going to do, we're just going to move up, fire off the multi-laser at them, do a little bit of damage. Yeah, a little bit more, 60-some damage. We're just going to back off, where we're in a position where we can move in and do some extra damage later. I'm assuming they're going to rush us. That's why I'm moving over here, so we can not only deploy our guys, but shoot and flame if they're up close, and try to clear them off the front of our tanks.
What next, sir?
Alright, we still have you guys back here. Not that you're super effective or helpful, honestly. Yeah, just stay overwatching.
We'll light them up.
So like I said, what they should do, fire off with the heavy weapons they've got, then send in all the knobs of Mega Armor to just start chewing things up in close combat. So we got swarms of infantry. Here comes some long-range shots. Going for the big target again. It's a huge amount of damage. Oh, is he actually being smart? He's actually being smart. Well, if they actually do it, they could probably take out that front rubble dome. That's not a good idea. And that squad, if they could reach me, they should have done that and gone for close combat. Las cannons. Took out a bunch of them, so that's fewer guns. And these guys should just charge into close combat too. There's no reason to shoot. That's a terrible decision. They should always prioritize charging in and attacking close combat. Hey, more las cannons. They're shooting through their own guys, so accuracy shouldn't be that good. Yeah, a bunch of misses. damage, sure, makes sense, but you're not going to do much. Even with it. Shooting those tanks. Oh, he did blow them up. Oh crap, it was enough. I thought for sure they would survive this the way things were going, but yeah, down enough that took the big hit. The explosion damaged just a little bit, but the tanks, were basically fine. We do have a command point, but the one command point is sort of useless. So yeah, kind of unavoidable. I think the big tanks, they're big targets, so they are going to get hit a lot. We've done a really good job picking off a lot of the main threats. So we've got las cannons and we've got new flash kits, who are actually next to a pain boy somewhere. So artillery. Let's start with you. We can get a more accurate shot at somebody if we want to. 65 there, 65 there. You don't have the luxury of having the help of a pain boy. So let's focus on just a super accurate shot there. Okay, we have to kind of exploit. I need somebody else to get out there and do some damage. So probably the Chimera.
Chimera transport ready.
And my Kasserkin are who we're going to want to do that with. We do have kind of a mess up front with all these knobs and mega armor, the three of them up front. That's definitely a big problem. These guys in the back, also a problem, but the knobs up front, way, way more of a problem. Okay, so close range guns.
Got your armor right here, sir.
We do have some abilities up. So the Demolisher and the Punisher here are probably going to be my best bet for this. It's a 2 on this, I think? Yeah. I can't have anybody attack twice yet. Next turn we can do that.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
So let's come on down and let's take a look at this. What's our estimate? 100 to 200 damage. It's only a 68%, which is odd because we're at optimal range. I wonder if the wreck here is causing a problem. I think it is. Let's move up. Yeah, now it's 80%. So let's hit him just to see what we can do with the Gatling. Okay, we got one. Other one's hurt. We've got a long-range las cannon if we want it. We could pick off somebody else. Is the pain boy? Yeah, the pain boy's back in not a great spot. We could also just back up and las cannon shot this guy. Demolisher, we've got our las cannon as well. We probably want you to hit like a undamaged target there. Again, the wreck is sort of in the way. I mean, we can back these guys off. That's not a huge deal. We might want to fire around down there. Yeah, let's do this. Because we softened them up already. Let's just send some death downfield.
Oi, does.
Nice. We've got our momentum, so we killed 3 of them. Take our surge. I'm gonna hit him again. Let's just wipe these guys out. We don't want las cannons on the field. Just stop it. From here... Yeah, I think we just back off las cannon and bolter what we can. We could bolter these guys. They just had regular guns, but we'll see. Nice. So even though these other guys are sort of in the way, it's not enough to stop me from picking off the main targets. Let's go this direction, actually. So, las cannon shot. 86%. Let's go for it. Alright. So that's one squad of knobs and mega armor taken care of. I'd be happy if I could take out these other, like the flash kits and the other Ludas, but that's going to be a tall order if we want to focus on taking out the knobs. At least this squad's hurt. That's something. We've got a long-range gun.
Ready to win the war, sir?
Yeah, you're so hurt that I'm a bit concerned. Looks like I actually have a really weird, like it's a bad shot here, but it's good here. I don't know how that works, but okay. Let's move. We'll fire a round into him. It's not going to do a ton, but splash.
You're making us mad!
Then hit him with the bolter. See what we can do there. Lots of heavy bolter rounds.
Shouldn't have done that!
Okay, soften them up. Let's move back up. I don't think the stubber is going to do anything, so I'm not even going to bother firing it here.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
Fortunately, you're more of like a single target killer, and I don't really have any single target threats, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Vanquisher. Definitely want the Demolisher to nail... I mean, either one of these squads actually is fine. I've got an 80% from here. That's not bad. Let's just go ahead and send it.
You're making us mad!
Good splash there. We go las cannon. Probably get a better angle.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Tank commanders, we've got a lot of options with. I think we'll try to hit further back. The las cannon. Let's hit them.
Who threw that?
Okay. One more knob down. Back up.
Understood.
Facing isn't really a thing in this game, but in other games it has been, so things like Sanctus Reach, it is. So something to kind of keep in mind if you're looking at that. So I tend to often try to focus and having my fronts towards the enemy just kind of by habit.
Rolling out.
Here, we should have an okay shot. 73. Better there. That's 4, right? Yeah. We could just move up. If we move away, it's not really going to matter. We should have a good shot here. Take him out.
You're making us mad!
Go. Yeah, we'll just get shot by Gretchen if I move away, so that's not a big deal.
Taking hit.
The crew doesn't even notice. Okay, one squad left. Tank commander, Punisher. Sentinel could do an okay job.
Today, sir?
Of course, we've got my infantry as well. Alright, Sentinel.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
I would like you to pick on the knobs. So let's go there. We've got a nice clear shot. Since we've got some splash and they're so hurt, maybe we can do an okay amount of
Firing on
damage here.
target.
Nice. Excellent job.
Rogel Dawn crew ready.
Yeah, let's just back up. Kind of blocking the path there. Okay, so all the major threats dealt with. Just a massive horde of dead orcs. Major threats left are kind of out here. The loot is with the las cannons, the flash gets. The flash gets are probably more dangerous. So I would like to have a good shot at them.
Armor
Come around the
rolling
wreck
out.
here. I know the Pain Boy's back there. We're just going to have to deal with it and just damage them through the shield they've got with extra health. That's why we've got 2 attacks. Okay, take out a bunch. We could las cannon zap another one. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just less guns shooting my way. Already got a tank commander there, so let's go here. Got the wreck for a tiny bit of cover. Yeah, if I was less careful with this guy, he'd be dead too. You are out in the open, but not a huge issue. This gun, I mean, we could shoot at Gretchen with it. 25% chance. I feel like they're probably going to close in on us, so what's the point? So long range shot.
Rolling out.
Let's pick off another one of these guys.
On the way.
Nah, stop it! Crump him!
Las cannon. Go for the other one.
Fire back!
Nice. So 1 flash kit, it's all they've got left of heavy weapon stuff. Back up. And we've taken out most of their close combat threat as well this turn. Do have grenades. What's the range? About 3. Yeah, so from here we couldn't reach them for grenading them. We'll move up ahead of the artillery just to cover in case they do try to rush this direction. Okay, we still have our transport with our guys inside and flamers. There aren't really major threats over here, though. Biggest threat is like that last flash kit. Honestly, that's pretty much about it for things that might do damage to me. If I dropped my Kasserkin, we could drop them out here and they could maybe take pot shots at the flash kit. They might just get gunned down by all the Gretchen boys and stuff, but I think it's not a terrible idea to try to pick that guy off, because the tanks are really the important part of the army. %. Putting them in a really bad position, but we can hit them enough. Could even go for extra shots and armor piercing. Let's go ahead and do it. Low hit chance, so we're just going to fire as much as possible. Okay, got him. So we're looking through a tank.
Affirmative.
But yeah, these guys might get wrecked, but they took out one of the last major threats on the board.
We'll get you there.
So let's zap the boys. Then move up and flame them. Because why not? Don't know if it'll kill them. Oh, all but one. Orcs are very resilient, so it does make sense. We'll kind of cover this way, not that we're going to tie them up in close combat, but just to have some vision. So we know we've got the Pain Boy. It's like the last officer left. Yeah, just kind of picking these guys apart. We could still lose something here. Like, they might try to push in and go for the Ruggle Dorn because it's hurt, or try to go for my infantry that are out in front. Wait, who has an action left?
Got your armor right here, sir.
I've got a whole other tank commander I forgot to use. Look at that. Okay, well, never mind. I guess they are well and truly screwed.
Armor
And for whatever
rolling
reason, I
out.
have a better shot from here, so we'll do that. Let's move. Just gonna hit the boys a bunch.
Firing.
And then I'm gonna come back. Alright then. Yeah, mostly Gretchen out front now. Just mopping up at this point. Just absolutely destroyed these guys, but they did do some damage to us. They did make a charge out, but they could have done a lot more damage.
Taking hit.
Great camera angle there. But the knobs and mega armor could have done just a huge amount of damage charging in with the long range shots. If they were a bit careful about the formations and positions, using the Def Dreads as frontline cannon fodder with the Pain Boys giving them extra health, the mechs giving them the shield.
Hostile! Throwing fire!
It's weird, they're like in the tile of the wreck. Oh, he tried to heal his guy and hurt him. Alright, well, it's pretty much just a mopping up operation at this point. Artillery. I mean, a lot of these guys are too close, so... yeah, we'll just send it there.
Firing.
Watch me hit my own guys. Oh, perfect hit! Wiped the Gretchen and killed that last boy that was there who was all beat up. Awesome job. Alright. Well, I don't know why you have a bad shot from here.
Rolling into action.
60% from there, so it should be better. 70, like it's still not looking great, but yeah, just light him up.
Supporting fire.
God, closer. Got a treatment for ya.
Not dead yet. Do we have...
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
so yeah, we've got the Demolisher free, and then... where is my Punisher? There you are. Yeah, Punisher, we've got the Flamer on it, so... let's run up here, get a nice view going. Bust out the Flamer,
Firing cannon.
burn all the Gretchen.
Stop!
Nice, we even get another action from that. Kind of what he's designed to do.
Down the defenses.
Couple actions now.
Rolling out.
Let's go Gatling gun, finish off the Pain Boy. Bloody mess. Hit the
On the
Gretchen.
way.
The ruins of our tanks will not save you. Demolisher. Is that the last unit? I think that's the last unit. Too bad we can't see very well. Demolisher cannon, firing at 2 Gretchen. A fitting way to end it. Yeah, so we did a really good job there. They only lost the 1 tank. We really should have lost both of the Rogaldorn battle tanks, 100%. If they'd concentrated fire better and had charged in with the knobs and actually attacked in close combat, we definitely would have lost probably 3 or 4 tanks minimum, would be my guess, if they were actually using this army intelligently, if the AI was a bit better. But we just slaughtered them, so at 3,000 points. I think the Imperial Guard are definitely better at this level, 3,000 points, because you can use a lot more of these heavy armored units, and they're definitely better than your infantry-based armies. So I definitely enjoy playing with the Imperial Guard at this level, at 3,000 points, because I can use more of the tanks. Whereas at lower points, I'm kind of tired of the crappy infantry. I feel like the infantry is so bad, and they aren't super cheap either. So I feel like it's just not a good trade-off. But, you know, it's life in the Guard, I guess. Throw a bunch of guys together, slap a lasgun in their hand, and set them on the field, and they're just kind of there as a distraction for the artillery and the tanks to do the real work. But anyway, this is going to be the end of fighting against the Orks. Next time we'll start trying against the Tau, which I feel like is going to be a lot harder, because the Tau are really good at killing off single high HP targets. So I think that's going to be a bit rough. Anyway, this has been more of Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.